I should have known something was up when I got the news report that Seferovic has tied the number of shutouts held by a Real High-end goalkeeper with 17. And we still have like 9 games left in the season. So if we have another shutout, he will hold the record. So, of course, we haven't had a shutout since. And our form has been really kind of all over the place. Plus, we've had a couple injuries that are really going to bother us until the end of the season. And I've got a George hair in my eye. Good grief. Sorry about that. And then insult to injury, it's Youth Intake Day. My name is FM20. It's time to get real. That pretty much sums up the youth intake. A big old sigh. We've got an American who is a half-star current ability, 2-star potential ability guy. We've got 2 3-star potential guys. The first is Juan Louis Blanco, and I'm totally pronouncing Louis French. Central midfielder. Physically, not so good. Mentally, the 4 bravery and the 5 concentration are low. Technically, good first touch, good passing. He's got potential, but he's unless I'm completely missing something here, and that is entirely a possibility, he'll never be a starter for us in La Liga. Joseph. Half-star current ability, 3-star potential ability, midfielder. Technically, he's pretty good. 15 first touch, 13 heading, 12 passing, 13 technique, 12 vision, 11 work rate, 12 flair, 11 decision making. Physically, he's got potential. Manuel Jesus Martin. 6'5". Good grief. Something tells me this could probably actually be his photo. Unambitious. 176 pounds, defensive midfielder, an anchor man. That I could probably retrain to be a central defender on the mid. I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward. I'm not going to check out any other players. I do want to try something out here real quick, though. In other news, I got a new contract. 67,000 euros a week. I think that's the most I've earned as a coach almost ever. I'd have to go back. Well, I probably earned more at Milan. I just didn't realize it at the time. I'm always scarred by the fact in my FM17 save with USL Dunkirk, the most I ever made in a season was 3,800 or 38,000 euros a week. And it's not because my board were skinflints. We got a rich oil shake with 4 years left in the save, and I was spending money left and right. I just wasn't spending it on me. So I got the new contract. The improved youth facilities were completed. The data facilities were completed. The training facilities are in progress. Board request. Networking. I don't want to cut back the youth recruitment. I don't want to decrease the scouting range. I want to decrease the budgets. You know what? We're going to try and improve the youth facilities again. Excellent. Okay, there comes a time when being a coach at a club for going on 11 years now and taking them from the 4th Division of Spanish football to La Liga, the top of La Liga, to the top part of La Liga, really comes in handy. I don't like throwing my reputation around, but I will if I have to. Let me scroll down here. So, after the disappointing loss to Man City, we bounced back with a win against Getafe, although it took a Lucas Fabian goal in the 92nd minute for us to win. That's after Mathis went out with an injury right before the end of the half. They actually equalized with a Victor Nelson goal. It was well earned, and I really thought we were just going to settle for the draw, and then Fabian scored a goal in the 92nd minute. We escaped with a win, which was nice. And then against Barcelona, we won thanks to a Sirac goal right before the end of the first half. This was a really odd game. There were not a lot of highlights. I mean, Barcelona had 22 shots, 13 on target. We had 13 and 9. We had a slight possession advantage. And as you can see, we played a really good game. They played an average game. And that, more often than not, is a high-end draw. It's a draw. But we got lucky with the Sirac goal. If I go to the analysis here, they were doing this weird 4-2-3-1 thing, but their number 7 player, Fati, was like playing inside forward, but he was playing at like almost center mid position. It was just really weird. And then I had this weird shape going on here that I literally spent the better part of 30 minutes trying to figure out. And then I realized I'm playing on key highlights. The game's kind of dull anyways. Why am I wasting my time? Whatever happens, happens. You know, if we lose to Barcelona, we lose to Barcelona. But no, we beat them, which was very, very cool. And then we turned around and laid an egg against Sociedad. Blesa scored, Oyarzabal scored. This guy has just absolutely killed us almost every time we've played him. Isak went out with a knee injury, and then we got accused of being dirty, and it's like he's out for all of 3 days. You know, if my team was really a dirty team, he'd be out for a year. Trust me. We had 8 shots, 6 on target, so we were technically pretty good in front of the goal. They had more shots. They had more on target. They had a slight possession advantage. And as you can see, it's kind of the obverse of what happened in the Barcelona game. This time they were us and we were Barcelona. And, you know, anytime a team plays this well against us, 9 times out of 10, they're going to come away with a positive result. And then, against Levante, Israel scored in the 5th minute, and it was a very nice goal. And I was really happy for the youngster. And then after that, it was all downhill. Holy cow. I mean, the right back had a goal there. Left back had a goal there. Navas had a goal. They had a lot of players who had a lot of really good games, and that's just a recipe for disaster for us. So, I mean, the good news is the teams around us have also been winning and losing the same time we've been winning and losing. So we're currently 3rd on 63 points. We're 7 points behind Madrid, 10 points behind Barcelona with 6 games left to play. To date, we're playing Villareal and Athletic Club. I'll be honest, I keep getting Bilbao Athletic and Madrid messed up. So it's Athletic Club and Villareal. So we need a win against Villareal. Or a draw, because that'll keep us ahead of them by 3 points. You know, if we're going to throw it away, let's throw it away late. Let's not throw it away now. I don't think we're in danger of falling out of European football. There's 6 games left. I'm not going to consider it. It's possible, but why borrow trouble? So, that said, we do have a couple of days before today is the 11th of April. So we've got about a week before the Villarreal game. So I'm going to forward to that. When I come back, we'll set our best 11, check the reserves, and come back with the match. Oh, it's the Athletic Club game in, 6 days. So we'll come back with our game against Bilbao Athletic in just a bit. I'm not quite sure what we're doing right, but we made a profit this year, 39 million euros. Almost all of that is TV money from the various competitions, but I'll take it. Oh, wait a minute. The Copa del Rey was won by Madrid. Okay. Well, we are, of course, playing our standard 4-2-4 today. We got Seferovic in goal, Bertosa, Barnabashvili, Joubert, and De La Vabor as the defensive back four. Alonso and Fabian are the midfielders. Mathis and Lamatre, the attacking midfielders. Matasevic and Maria up top as the strikers. I'm giving Mahmoud a rest. Vojnovic broke his toe and is out for 3 weeks, so Alonso is getting the start. Diane, I'm resting, so Fabian is getting the start at deep line playmaker. But this is still a really solid squad, and I totally forgot to take Shundalar off. Okay, that's on me. Throw in De La Vabora to Mathis. Back to De La Vabora. Gets around the one defender, tries centering it. Mathis gets it to Alonso, who loses the ball. Vera ends up with it. Over to Santa Sebastian. Aymar, Ruiz. And that was an ambitious shot that hit the post and went outside. Vera heads it over the crossbar. And Lamatre just went out with an injury. Okay, what happened there? Potential lower leg. Well, Rezniak is back from his injury, so we will bring him on. Reznicek. I don't know why I keep saying Rezniak. De La Vibora. Up to Maria. Nice first touch. Holds it up to Alonso. Matasevic loses the ball. Out to Ruiz. Fabian gets there. To Barnabashvili. All the way back to Seferovic. Okay. Up to Fabian. One taps it over to Alonso. He tries setting it up towards Matasevic, but it goes right to a Athletic Club player. Lopez has it. He does what... I'm totally losing my train of thought because that was just a really wild kick. Half hour in. A lot of highlights, not a lot else. Matasevic's on a 6'5". Reznicek's on a 6'6". Bertosa's on a 6'5". Our only saving grace is that they're doing just as poorly as we are. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm nuts. We have resigned most of the coaches, the vast majority of coaches and scouts whose contracts were coming up, we've re-signed. A couple of guys like the physios and things like that, I'm letting go. I am letting a couple of coaches go just because they're frankly not good coaches for the level of football we're at now, and I want to try and get someone better in. The other thing I need to do is we're 60 minutes in, and I need to make a couple of changes. So we're going to get Matasevic off and bring on Smokovic. I'm going to leave Joubert on. Just for now. Reznicek sends it in. Joubert. Nice header. I wish I could say I planned it that way, but no. Oh, he went left and the keeper went... Well, okay, he went to his left and the keeper went right. Okay, De La Vibora just picked up a yellow. I got one last sub to make, so we're going to bring on Fernandez, who's now 3-star current ability. And I'm probably going to... It says hardworking midfielder, but I'm retraining him to be a defensive right back. Joubert. Fabian. Long pass towards Mathis, who heads it over to Smokovic, rounds the one, and Simon's right there. Simon. Unai Simon. Who gives it right back to Alonso. Barnabashvili over to Mathis, who can't control it. Mancisidor? Jeez. Oh, Vera was way offsides. Serrano. Vera, and they equalize. Except he was offsides again? He didn't look offsides. Barnabashvili over to Bertosa. Drives forward, holds it up. Mathis to Smokovic. Back to Bertosa. To Mathis, to Bertosa. Back to Barnabashvili. Across the field to Reznicek. He lumps it forward. Mathis gets there. Centers it. Smokovic heads it over the crossbar. Told my guys to concentrate. They're frustrated. Reznicek. Dispossessed. Lopez. Driving forward. In the crowd, Aymar. And he was offsides. Okay. That or a foul was committed. What the heck happened? That was a weird game. Weird that Joubert scored. And, oh, good grief. They had, what, 3 goals disallowed? Somebody's going to be really upset. See what happens in the press conference here. Lemaitre out 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. Well, we've got Israel. We got Resnicek. Now, when I re-signed my contract at the time, they were saying we were going to have a 1.2 million euro payroll and an 84 million euro transfer budget, which is just insane. Hopefully that stays. Okay, so we have Villareal coming up. Seferovic should have broken the record with that, but I'm not seeing anything in the news. Well, we've qualified for at least Europa League football. We can't finish lower than 6th this season. On top of that, good news was the news that Seferovic pulled a pectoral muscle. I ran out of breath trying to say that. Seferovic pulled a pectoral muscle. He's out for a week, so Schendelar is getting the starting goal today. Mahmoud, Barnabashvili, Joubert, and De La Vavor, the defensive back four. Alonso and Fabian are your midfielders. I'm starting Harold and Israel at my attacking midfielders just to give Lemaitre and Mathis a break. Matasevic and Maria are my strikers, and then on the bench, Hoffman, Sirac, Fernandez, Makovic, Bertosa, Mathis, and Resnicek. Well, I have to give Lemaitre a break. He is injured. So, and frankly, I'm okay starting Harold, and that's what I get for trying to talk and do a pep talk at the same time. I've totally confused all my guys. So anyhow, Villareal 17th in the league. I'm okay starting Harold and Israel. Frankly, if something happens, I've got guys on the bench. De La Vabora steals the ball, but he gives it away to Lo Celso. Caceres, Lo Celso, Rodriguez, Lo Celso, Pozo. Why are their dots so much bigger than mine? De La Vabora dispossesses him. Bombs it up the field to Maria. Surrounded by yellow. Tries sliding it to Matasevic, who does steal the ball back and is dispossessed by Pablo. What in the wide world of sports is going on here? Caceres bombs it to Delgado. One-on-one with Schendelar, and he scores. He was offsides. Boy, we've gotten a lot of breaks these past couple of games. Minutes in. Tell the guys to concentrate, and they're overwhelmed. Barnabashvili knocks the corner kick away. Delgado runs it down. Shadowed by a couple other players. Rodriguez takes the shot, but it caroms off a couple other players. Calenta Carr runs that down, sends it back to Hernandez. Sends it forward to Caceres, or to Lo Celso. Out to Pozo on the left. Baseline, knocked away. And Alonso finally ends up with it. Sends it up to Maria, who loses it but recovers it and is dispossessed by Morlanes. What an ugly, ugly game. De La Vabor has already had 4 mistakes. Hernandez taps it to Caleta Carr on the goal kick. Morlanes to Lo Celso. Caceres up to Pozo. Back to Caceres. Out to Muriel, all alone on the right. He's got help. Delgado's there, takes the shot. His 23rd of the season. Don't really want to see that again. Holy cow. They've had 8 shots, 2 on target. We've had 5 shots, none on target. I'm just going to click hand over to my assistant coach and let him deal with that, which is what I should have done the first time around. Rodriguez gets by De La Vabora. Maria is fouled. Morlanes is off. De La Vabora. Fabian. Back to De La Vabora. Sends it in. Matasevic is there, but he skies over the crossbar. I am going to get De La Vabora off and bring on Fernandez. I'm going to get Joubert off and bring on Hoffman. Fernandez to Israel. Back to Fernandez, who gives it away, but the Villareal player misplays it. Israel to Maria, and it's lost in the crowd. Hernandez picks it up. I think they both couldn't figure out who was going to take the shot, so neither of them did. Lo Celso to Pascal. Back out to Pascal. Delgado Holds it up, crosses it in. Israel heads it away, but it goes right to Pablo. He's got help. Rodriguez scores. He was definitely onside there. Son of a gun. Freaking a man down. And they're ahead by 2. I really don't want to see this again. We got 30 minutes left, guys. Come on. Lo Celso's out. They're down at least 2 men. We give it away. Caceres to Zachariah to Rodriguez. If they score here, Schendelar, nice save. Is Lo Celso back on? I think so. Caceres. Dispossessed by Alonso. No, they're a man down. They're 2 men down. Corner kick. Oh, skied it. Mahmoud to Harold. Israel runs the ball down. Gets by the one defender, Matasevic. Hernandez, a nice save. Israel. Back to Fernandez. In the box, takes the shot. Are you freaking kidding me? Harold, corner kick. Knocked away. Harold, dispossessed. Why am I saying Villareal is the 17th team in the league? They're 4th. Rodriguez. 1-1 with Schendelar. Oh. If that had gone in, I would have called it a night. They're literally a man down. They've been a man down for the better part of 4. Jesus H. Fury's one word for it. Good God, what an ugly game. What an ugly, ugly, ugly game. One of these seasons we will have fewer yellow cards than points. I don't know when that's going to happen. I suspect the wheels are going to have to fall off at Barcelona and Madrid for that to happen. For the moment, it looks like Barcelona is going to win La Liga again. Maria leads us with 18 goals, Alonso a 7.3 and 9 assists. He's turned into quite the midfielder and a very capable replacement for Majashak. Maria, 5 players of the match award. Joubert, 17 yellow cards. And he wants a new contract. I may just spend some of this money and get in a quality defensive center back. Or I could let Joubert go and start this guy, William Benvenuti, who we brought in from Cosenza in Italy as part of the Viking Dan throw him in the van youth movement. 525,000 euros we paid for him. 19 years old, 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He's really, really improved while out on loan, and I am seriously considering giving him a starting role next season. So we will have to wait and see. But he will definitely be on the bench more often than not. I think what we're going to do is just come back for the Osasuna game. There's no reason to play Betis. Osasuna is fighting relegation, so it's probably going to be an opportunity to start a lot of the youngsters. Save a couple guys from injury. I suspect somewhere around Granada or Betis, we will find out whether or not we've qualified for Champions League, and we will go from there. So, an ugly, ugly one against Athletic Club, and an even uglier loss against Villareal. This was not a good episode match-wise, although I do believe Seferovic broke the record for most clean sheets with this match here. That I am not sure of. But he has grown. Maybe not by leaps and bounds, but he's definitely improved this season, and next season he will be even better, and so will we. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. I'm FM20.